Hi everybody, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Horizontech Falcon tank. This is a mesh tank depending on which kit that you get. The one that I have actually comes with 2 mesh coils rather than a regular coil and a mesh coil. It does hold 5 mils of e-liquid with the straight glass, 7 mils of e-liquid with the bubble glass. It does have a really easy top fill release, which I want to show you. I'm really excited about that. It does have the tri type of airflow, which is something that I'm a really big fan of when it's got 3 slits instead of 2. To me, it gives it more of an even airflow. So I want to go over that. It's a 24 millimeter in diameter tank, which to me is just a perfect size. It looks great on my Voopoo Mini. So let's go ahead and go down. We'll talk more about it, and then we'll come back up and I'll give you my pros and cons. Okay, so here we are with the Falcon tank by Horizontech. And this is the packaging that it comes in. On the side, it's going to say what's included. It does come with an extra glass, some O-rings, a Delrin drip tip. It does say that it does do 5 to 7 milliliters of e-liquid. Depending on if you have the straight glass or the bubble glass is going to be dependent on how much e-liquid you can put in. On this side is actually going to show you the different types of coils. So you can get this set differently. So whenever you go to pick this up, make sure that you're looking at the container or the order that you're placing to see which 2 coils you're actually getting included. Mine is actually coming with the M1 and the M2 coils, which are both mesh coils. So I did want to let you know about that. The one coil that it comes with is the M1, and this is actually a 0.15 ohm coil, and it does go from like 70 watts plus or minus 10. And then the M2, which is another mesh coil, this one has the wood pulp and cotton. Actually, both of them do. And this is the 0.16 ohm rated 70 to 80 watts. So that is that. On the bottom, you're going to get your scratch off authenticity. Sorry, I'm holding this together, but there was some sticky stuff on here, so I put another layer on there to hold it together. But I have had a lot of requests to go ahead and review this tank, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you open it up and you're going to have your tank. This is actually on the inside, but for mine, it was actually stuck here and I had glue that was a bitch to take off of here. So I did want to go ahead and just put something in the way real quick. So you get your tank. Underneath your tank, you're going to be getting some extra goodies. You will be getting, come on. All right. So under the top, you're going to get a spare coil. You're going to get some O-rings and a spare glass. With this glass, it does hold 5 mils of e-liquid. With the bubble glass that is pre-installed, it does hold 7 mils. So you're going to get this coil. This is actually the M2 coil. This is a 0.16 ohm coil. It is rated between 70 to 80 watts. It is a mesh coil, as you can see in there. And this is made of wood pulp and cotton. And on this side, it's actually going to have a min line. Both of them do come with a min line. You don't want the e-liquid to get too much further underneath this, or else your cotton dries out, and then you're going to start getting dry hits, and it'll burn your coil out faster. So that's the extra coil that it comes with. And then we've got the tank. I'll go over the coil that's within this in a second. On the top, you're going to get this really nice resin 510 drip tip. It does come also with the Delrin drip tip as well. That is actually in this package here. Oh, when you pull this out all together, there we go. There, you do get a plain black Delrin drip tip if you want it, but I really like the resin, so I don't want it. And then you're going to have a top fill. Now, the great thing about this top fill is that it's only like a quarter of a turn. Basically, that's all you need. Inside, you're going to have like a gasket here. They did give you an extra gasket in the package. You're going to fill through one of these 2 sides, never down the middle. Really nice size. And that's it. It's on there. It's that easy. I really love this top fill. Like, this is like, I think this is my favorite part, is the top fill. On the bottom, you're going to have 3 airflow slits, 1, 2, and 3. Whatever you do to one will happen to the other. And they are on a stopper. So you stop this way and stop that way. It is a 24 millimeter in diameter tank. It does have a protruding 510. I would not recommend it on a hybrid, but to each his own. And then to take it apart, all you do is you just go ahead and unscrew the bottom. If you want to go ahead and put the straight glass on it, you can at this point. They also sell different types of like resin tanks that you can change it out to as well that will hold even more e-liquid than this. I'm actually not going to put this on at this time, but they do sell them. They also have them like at myvpro.com. They have it with the matching drip tip as well. So I did want to mention that. But anyway, with this bubble glass, it does hold 7 mils. Inside, you're going to get the M1 coil. And this is what this one looks like. It does say Horizontech. And it's a 0.15 ohm coil. It says 70 plus or minus 10. So up or down 10 watts from 70. And then, of course, it does have that same min line. I'm actually going to change this coil out to the other one because I like the higher wattages. That's just me. And whenever you're putting in a coil, I always recommend this. Turn it the opposite way until you hear it click. Once it clicks into place, you know that it's threaded okay, and it's going to prevent leaking that way, and then just screw in your coil. Now, I always recommend priming your coil. That is key. That is a really, really big thing. You always want to make sure that you're priming your coil. Priming your coil is actually starting the wicking process ahead of time before you even vape it or put it together. So what you want to do is you want to grab your e-liquid. I'm actually going to be using this sweet butter biscuit that I fell in love with from Tasty Waves. And just going to put a little bit on the cotton windows. Just a little bit, just a drop. You're not going to be oversaturating, just a little bit. On all the little windows. Oops, I have some e-liquid there. And then a little bit here, just to get the process started. You're not going to soak it, you're just going to start the process. So a little bit right there. Okay. And then what you're going to do is just go ahead and put it back together. Screw that back in. Your coil then becomes the chamber, so you want to make sure that you have it screwed in correctly. And then just go ahead and open that top. Look at how easy that was. Look at that. I love this top fill. I'm like addicted to the top fill. Finish filling that. Get all my drips off. And go. And again, it does hold 7 mils, which if you know me, I love the bigger capacity tanks. So this is just right. And then just half turn and it's all put together. And that's it. That's it for the Falcon tank. So let's go ahead and go on top and let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, so here we are back on top with the Falcon tank by Horizontech. And before anything, let me go ahead and have a vape. If you don't already see the vapor in here, I couldn't wait for you guys. So I started without you. Really, really nice. Even all the way open, it's very, very smooth. It is a little on the loud side, but that's for you guys. For me, it doesn't really bother me if it's loud or it's silent or what, but I have to mention it because it is for you guys. I'm going to cut it down just a little bit and see what that does. As I've actually been rocking this with just the airflow wide open because that's the way I vape, so why not? It does cut down the noise a little bit. If you notice, I close it off just a little bit, not too much. It does close it down a little bit, but it doesn't bother me being all the way open, so I'm going to keep it all the way open. Okay, so again, you can buy like the resin kits, which have the bubble part or the tank part and the drip tip to match. You can buy those currently at myvpro.com. They have them in... I want to say the tube and the drip tip was $6.99, which is a really, really great deal. It's similar to this. This was actually sent to me by Vape Tins, and I really, really like it. It's really nice. So I do like the resin. As a matter of fact, I noticed afterward that it would match this mod. Absolutely perfect. So I might have to be switching that out. 7 mils of e-liquid capacity with the bubble glass. Love, love, love that. I'm going to tell you right now, the bigger the capacity, the better for me. Mesh coils, not just one, but I do get 2. The mesh coils on this are really, really good flavor. I know that a lot of people actually requested this review from me because of the fact that I am a huge, huge fan of the Mesh Pro by Freemax. So I did want to go ahead and give this one a shot too. I have been vaping on this for about a week now, a week and a half, going on 2 weeks. And I have to tell you that the flavor is just about up there. With the coils that the Mesh Pro comes with, it does come with the triple and the quadruple coils, and I actually like those mesh coils a little bit better. But this one has tremendous flavor. So those of you that were like, oh, you need to try this, you're going to love it. I do love it. I like the flavor on it, and I love that capacity. My favorite part of this whole tank, though, I have to tell you, is that top fill. Being able to just boop, you're done. I love this. I think it's awesome. It doesn't come loose or anything like that. You would think so because it doesn't even take a full turn, but it doesn't. Another big one for me is the airflow. As I told you, anytime that I've actually vaped on anything that has the 3 airflows, I get such a smoother vape. It might be a little bit loud, but it's smooth. It feels like you're getting the vapor that you need in it. So I really like that. Currently, I did find this at myvpro.com. The link is down below underneath the video. For $26.99, you can get it. You can get it with the plain black, which is what I have. You can get the resin edition. You can get the, you can pretty much get everything. You can get extra coils. Yeah, everything that you need is actually right there on myvpro.com. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for my review. Again, I do like it wide open. I like that for me. I currently have it at 75 watts. I'm gonna actually bump it up to, let me bump it up to 80 because this coil is good from 70 to 80. So I'll take it to the max of 80 watts. There you go. The flavor just intensifies the higher in the wattage that you get. I do think that this is a good tank, especially like for a beginner. If you're looking for something, I definitely recommend the Falcon tank. It's got really good flavor. It's got a good price. It looks absolutely gorgeous. You do get your straight glass, you get your bubble glass, which I love having options. That to me is key. The packaging that it came in, I think is really different and pretty nifty, and it's got so much information right there for you. So yeah, so that's it for my review. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.